that puts most vehicles to shame, the movement speed. They're very, very quick, and the disadvantage though is range. They have not much for range capabilities. They're all some of the best range units are the same firing distance as a normal human infantry man. However, they have very good damage, and though they do lack armor, they do have some good units with armor. They're like the shock drone brutes. They are tough. Those guys are tough, but they're purely close combat based. So the strengths of the Beltane go with the Legos similar, but yet different. The Legos, you have to quickly move swiftly across the board, use cover. The Legos are even more cover based, I would think, overall than the Beltane. You have to get them into cover, hug the cover terrain, and pretty much just sneak around and move up till you're close enough to pounce your foe. Think of a predator, or of how most of them hunt. Basically, that's similar to a Beltane style. You want to prioritize your targets, take them out as quickly as you can, but always keep yourself in cover and keep on moving. And don't let yourselves get pinned up, because that'll cost you a lot of Legions to get out of that mess. They get in close combat though. You're dead. I remember one game with them. I heard of Adam Issuer, the maker of the game, told me himself. And basically, he had infantry, human infantry in the building, and the Legions jumped over a few buildings and laid complete waste to them. Basically, so they're very good. Especially you get into an urban terrain environment, the Legions is going to have a fun time. Basically, they're a very scary army to face. They're a very good army, and I hope to actually do the next battle part with them soon. They're very strong in that way, but speed is the key. Speed and close combat. If you get stuck at a range fight, you're going to lose, probably, most likely. So definitely you want to go quick with them and just get in close combat. Once in close combat, your foe's going to have to adapt to you at that point, which gives you the hugest advantage over him, because he's now going to have to deal with your army that close to him, and he's going to lose a lot of units, if not all of his army, without littlest casualties to you. Anyhow, we'll wrap this up with the last race here. The Free Droids Leagues, or the FDL. Hammer's favorite, let's say the least. They are definitely very firepower based. I've heard the terms of comparing them to how the United States usually views their military as wanting them to be very brute firepower. Not saying, it's actually a very good tactic, but anyhow, that's for these for the FDL, it's a very good tactic for them to use them as brute firepower, because basically they're very, very effective while using it. Anyhow, here, they do lack some diversity. Actually, no, I wouldn't say that. No, never mind. They actually do some pretty good diversity. They're a unique race. They're very unique. They have the best courage of any race. That I have to state right here, right now. If you want a unit that you never have to worry about being pinned, pretty much, except for maybe the one rare time, the FDL for you, they are completely average, like almost complete good courage. They are very, very non-responsive to getting pinned. They have some pretty good armor too. They pretty high armor on average, so they're very tough army to take down. They can pump out a lot of shots. Overall, they have around, I think it's for the infantry. The infantry actually are pretty diverse. They have probably around 4 to 5 unique infantry types of units. They have the more lighter versions, and then they have the more heavy ones. The Cyberpunk Mob being the most light unit, basically. But then you have the MK2 Warrior droids, which are absolutely devastating and can lay waste to anything in the way pretty efficiently if they have the Nevers. So they still buy a little bit of the Nevers, but they're still very good units. They have some very good anti-armor units. If you're worried about facing armor, I recommend maybe probably looking into the FDL for a bit of anti-armor, because they have some of the best anti-armor in the game, I think. They're right up there with the ANU. Uh, let's see here. Got the Crab Droid. The MK Crab Droid is a very scary model for the only resource points of 35. It's pretty good for what you pay for. It's literally scary. You get a few of these things on the field, and your enemy's armor is gonna have a hard time facing against them. So that's where I think they kind of lie in. Is they have really good firepower, the droids. However, they gotta watch out for range units. They gotta watch out for units getting close combat with them, because they don't have any close. They are not close combat based. They're around the same average as the humans and most of the other races, but you get them against the Legos. Watch out, they're very vulnerable to that, because they don't have a lot to counter unless you get out into the range and you blast them. That's how the FDL run. Sorry, got a bit off topic there. The FDL run, basically, massive firepower. You get out there and you absolutely lay waste to your foe. Absolutely just pour your fire on them. That's the strength. They're not so strength in the individuality of a few units here and there. They're pretty good too. But when they go out there, not exactly concentrated firepower as humans do, but very, very tough, very capable. Think of them as kind of like storming style, but still able to keep at range as well. They're very, very scary type of units. They have some of the scariest heavy units in the game, I think. They have some really scary stuff here with some of the best courage and armor out there. They have the there's the War Turtle droid tank, which is a pretty scary unit in itself. However, there is one weakness to these guys most of all, and that is, or the differences, I should say. It's not so much weaknesses as the differences to each other. They have the lowest speed out of any race in this game. You will have to basically wait until your opponent moves almost everything in his force if he's not playing FDL, and then move. So that is the weakness. To watch out to counter for that, you will have to get into good positions. You will have to use cover, get your armor that's in good positions to basically get ready to fire out in the open, or put them in positions where the enemy's going to have to move his army in either direction and still be exposed to one of your units. And then they can just blast the fire on your turn, and you finally get your turn. Just lay waste to them. Basically, just concentrate, take out your targets, keep your force together, because they are slower, so they can handle on their own. I think with them, it's definitely wanting to use the terrain to your advantage and make your foe move into positions where you can still fire at him after he's done his movements and you can begin yours. So that's the one thing though to watch out, that they have a very low speed value. So you got to keep an eye out for that. However, they have one really good, powerful unit here, the MK86 Colossus Assault Droid. This thing is absolutely scary. If you look at, I think it's Adam Isherwood's, the maker of the game's second battle report. It might have been third, but he used it near the end against some Legos, and he laid waste to them. This is a that gives a definition of this unit. This is a very scary type of unit. It's a very good. One of my friends getting it, so you're definitely going to see that popping in my next battle report. So it's going to be quite a scary unit to face up against. It's once you bring out to take on the special heavyweight fighters of the other armies, pretty much. It's the one of the best units of in the game for taking out just everything with the most massive firepower possible, pretty much. And that basically concludes it. Sorry everyone for being a bit out of it. It's just been a long day for me, but I thought I would get this video out here finally. So this is the video, and as I forgot to say in the beginning, this is actually my first video in a little bit. Sorry, what am I thinking? My first video of my series of videos I'll be trying to do every month or so. It's not going to be weekly, I should say. It's going to be every once in a while, but I will try to get them out as much as I can. I do have some time on my hands, so I should not have too much time in between my videos. But this is basically a little summary overall view of each of the races, their strengths and weaknesses. The humans are more number-based, but have a lot of diversity, and they're very mechanized. The Inu are very tough, powerful. The great range, great courage, average speed. They have some disadvantages with some of the units, so they're not exactly mechanized. So they lack a bit of movement. Basically, they're they're a little bit of a slower army to move around in terms of movement distance, but they're still pretty good fighters overall. They're more of the overall unit basically in the game. They're very good and all that stuff. You got the Beletai, which are very quick army with decent armor here and there, but lacking it for most of the infantry. So they're pretty good army, very unique. So definitely, if you're looking for something unique or different, that's the one of the armies to go for. Once some of these other armies get out of here, they're going to be, I don't think there's going to be any game to compare to them. Anyhow, you got the Legions. Your aliens, they're your close combat army. They're the quickest army in terms of distance movement and probably use average stunning activation. So they're very good for that. Very quick, very scary. Then you have your FDL, which are your power army, your very firepower style type of force, very hard hitting, very slow though, so very slow movement, very slow in activating and getting your force going, but when they do get a chance to shoot and fire and do their attacks, they can be devastating. So they're very think of like a giant almost, on those tails and stuff. The giants that are slow, but when they hit something, it goes down. Basically, FDL, that kind of sums up the FDL for you. Once again, though, their weakness is they're very slow. You can move around and just take off units and stuff, so you have to definitely watch out for that. Basically, overall, that's my view of these races here in the game at the moment. So I'm sorry for this being a bit disorientized and just a bit out of it, but hopefully that won't happen for any more of my videos, but I thought I'd finally get this up here. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please comment below, and I look forward to reading your comments. See you around, everyone. Look forward to my next video, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.